It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Oh, hello everyone. I'm sorry, I just had to sing that beautiful song because yesterday there was a very special trailer that was released based off of the great Mr. Rogers and Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. It was my childhood. I always watch it with my babysitter. I go to my babysitter's house and she would always turn that TV on to Mr. Rogers. Now we got a movie based off of him. You know what? I'm so happy about the trailer. I think I'm going to react to it. Folks, welcome to another edition of Disney Enthusiast Matthew Avery. And welcome to Matt's Magical Reactions. Today we react to A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Yeah, I got the trailer open loaded on my phone. If I sing along to the theme song or if I lip sync to it, I'm sorry, I can't help it. Mr. Rodgers was such a great TV show. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood was such a great TV show. It touched so many kids' hearts. So why wouldn't I sing to this theme song? So let's do this.
Hey, I'm looking for Fred Rodgers. In here.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Please will you be my neighbor? Hello, neighbor.
Oh, Tom Hanks makes such a perfect Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rodgers, I'm here to interview you.
It is so nice to meet you.
You okay? I'm profiling Mr. Rodgers.
Lloyd, please don't ruin my childhood.
This piece will be for an issue about heroes. Do you consider yourself a hero?
We are trying to give the world positive ways of dealing with their feelings.
Speak freely.
Like what?
There are many things you can do. You can play all the lowest keys on a piano at the same time.
Aww.
You love broken people. Like me.
Sometimes we have to ask for help, and that's okay. I think the best thing we can
So
do
adorable.
is to let people know that each one of them is precious.
That's so nice.
Hey, Mr. Rogers!
Like a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. This will be my neighbor.
That was wonderful.
Sorry about that. That was a trailer. That was a commercial that plays after a YouTube video for some reason. Anyway, how about that trailer? I gotta say, Tom Hanks could have made a more better Mr. Let's say this, Tom Hanks wouldn't be Mr. Rogers if you couldn't find the perfect person to look like Mr. Rogers. What better person to be like Mr. Rogers, to play Mr. Rogers than with Tom Hanks? Tom Hanks did a great job with his portrayal as Mr. Rogers. And, it's basically this trailer basically says, talk about this guy who was interviewing Tom Hanks for the magazine for Esquire on Heroes. Mr. Rogers has the perfect answer for that question. And what made the trailer perfect was them putting in the theme song for Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. That was the icing on the cake. What made this trailer great, and I especially loved the little baby Mr. Rogers was looking at, and the little baby the interviewer had. And what really stood out to me is a kid that was really with special needs. Mr. Rogers let him in, and Mr. Rogers gave him or her. Mr. Rogers let that person in, let that kid in. Gave that kid a hug. This trailer spot on, showing what Mr. Rogers was. He was a loving, caring person. He cared about everyone. They even had his trolley. I'm not sure it was the original trolley from the original Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. It could have been a remake, a reproduction of it, because I know that the original trolley that was used in Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood is currently in St. Vincent's College in Latrobe. As I before I made my college choice, I went and visited St. Vincent College, and they had all Mr. Rogers' stuff there, including the puppets and the trolley. And they even had a life-size trolley at Latrobe. Anyway, the trailer speaks for itself. You could have chosen a better person to portray Mr. Rogers as Tom Hanks. If you understand what I'm saying. You could have chosen a better person to portray Mr. Rogers. And the best person they chose was Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks looked exactly like him. Now, a friend of mine suggested, why don't you compare Tom Hanks, Mr. Rogers, as him playing Walt Disney? I did see the trailer for that Disney movie where Tom Hanks played Walt Disney. Tom Hanks did a great job portraying Walt Disney, because he's Disney, and he actually did almost look like Tom Hanks did look like Walt Disney. Put the mustache on, boom, you got Walt Disney. Tom Hanks is Walt Disney. Now, for Tom Hanks being Mr. Rogers, he did a perfect job. Like when I first saw a picture of when the directors decided to choose Tom Hanks as Mr. Rogers, I saw they showed a picture of him, Tom Hanks, just as Mr. Rogers. It's like, wow, he almost looks exactly like him. And it was amazing. In the trailer, he discussed many things, like anything you can do is possible. Like you play all the low keys at one point at the same time. It makes a sound. That shows Tom Hanks shows that Fred Rogers had a funny side. He had a side that he's showing how inspirational Fred Rogers was. That's basically what the trailer was, showing how he became an icon for kids all around the world. Such as the end of the trailer, as those kids in the subway, and there were some police officers singing along to Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood theme song. That touched my heart. I even sang it at the end. I can't wait for this movie to come out. I know I'll probably be in college by the time it comes out, and somehow, someway, I will find a way to get to my college. Where my college is, I'll go to the city where my college is. I'll go find the theater. I'll go and watch the movie when it comes out. All the characteristics of that trailer were downright amazing. And it's. I was about to say, if Mr. Rogers was here right now, he would be proud of this trailer. And yeah, I was singing along to the theme song twice, as it's hard to resist that great theme song. That's what made the trailer perfect. They included the theme song from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, the original. And they did a great job making the scenes look exactly like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. The directors could have done a better job with the trailer. And all I could say right here, right now, go watch the trailer for yourselves. You'll a big smile will pop on your face as adults will be brought back to their childhoods. As that one woman, the wife of the editor, said, "Don't ruin my childhood." Because that woman that wife watched Mr. Rogers as a kid. Now that editor has his own kid, his own baby. I just gotta say, the trailer, I give it 2 thumbs up. I give it 100%. And it just leaves you speechless how great it was. And I remember watching it, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Every time I go to my babysitter's house, she would always turn on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. And he always had that smile on his face, always put on a sweater, put on a pair of, I think, inside shoes, I think they were. And he'll always end every episode with dressing up to leave. I can't wait for this movie. This trailer was amazing. Nothing else said. I just gotta thank Tom Hanks for accepting the role as Mr. Rodgers. And that is all the time I have for this trailer reaction. You know my social medias. And remember to keep calm and keep Disneying on. For all you Disney lovers, for all you Frozen lovers, for all you Mr. Rogers lovers out there. I'm the Disney enthusiast and citizen of End Life, Matthew Avery. I'll see you folks in the next episode.